Good morning. I know it's not Sunday, and some people don't even know. They're probably not even looking at the calendar or the schedule. But if you want a quick neck and meditation release, we're gonna do this Saturday. It's a little bit of yoga and more of meditation. Hi Sheila, how are you? Good to have you here today. Like I was saying, I don't know if anyone knows what's going on today, if we're doing yoga. Good morning, Coco. You guys, hi. Maybe it's because it's not so nice outside today and people are more inside, right? We're in need of a moment of quietude, because when we are dealing with the change of the season, our bodies and our minds also change. And our bodies and our minds crave other things, crave other foods, crave other activities, crave other kind of movements, and all of this. So just like the changes outside, the changes inside too. So good morning, everybody. I have my water here and I'm ready to just be with you. We're not going to take long today. It's more of connecting, and that's what I feel like, going back to connecting with everyone. Let's talk a little bit if you have any question, if you have any like requests that you want to do, that you're feeling, that we can just open this time to chat if you have anything to say. And if you don't, that's okay. We can start some release, we can start some centering if you would like, and stay here with me. Okay, I just see two people so far. It's Sheila and Coco. So if it's us, great. If it's not, whoever shows up, hi and welcome. Hi Mavis, how are you? Good morning. So I was saying, I always give a chance for you guys to talk a little bit, to request anything, to share your aches and pains and happiness and joy and frustration, whatever you're going through today in your life. My entire achy body needs a stretch. I hear you, girl. Yes. Gary here too. Hi, Gary. Oh my gosh, I miss you guys so much. Oh, cannot wait to see you guys. Okay, so yes, our bodies are in need. Like I was saying, with the change of weather, change of season, there's a lot of happens in our mind and in our bodies. Our bodies crave different things, different activities, different way to move, different foods, different drinks, different spices, different a lot of things. So just let's take today and listen to what the body is craving, right? Let's just take this moment, and I really recommend you to find some place that it's comfortable for you to sit. Like I'm sitting in my blanket right now. It feels really good. My legs are lower, my spine is nice and long. I don't feel like I need to keep just dragging myself down. So if you can, lift always your sit bone higher, and then letting your legs be heavy on the ground. That's the best place. If you need any more pillows underneath your legs, if you cannot have your legs crossed, you can sit in a chair. Okay, we're gonna do some more easy stuff. And I said we're gonna do some chair yoga, but maybe not today. Okay, but you can do your chair yoga if you want. All right, any other things that you guys want to share? Anything else? Good morning, Natalia. Hi, good morning, Mavis. Anything that you want to share, that you want to work on? If not, we're going to start, okay? All right, we're going to start like this. We're We're gonna turn our hands, and I'm just lifting it up so you can see, you can keep doing this down. So we turn, so our palms face each other, and then I want you to interlace your fingers like that. And then you're gonna bring the hands and curl yourself in. We're gonna start our practice like this, and we're gonna end like this today. So really connecting with both sides, and when we trick a little bit our minds, our brain, it's always a good practice to trick and to feel in a different way. What we always used to, changing the habits, and that's one of the things that we're going to deal with this coming season. So as we press the hands together, notice how your body feels in this different habitual pose of holding hands in a different way. And then we're going to take a deep breath into the back, almost like imagining that your shoulders are disconnecting from the center and just letting loose to the sides. Noticing your body being heavy on the ground, your sit bones, your eyes, your cheeks. All right, now we're going to start some movement. As we unravel the arms, we're going to straighten the arms all the way to the front. And then we're going to lift as high as your shoulders allow you to go, okay? Because we have this crossing here, it's going to be a little harder for you to go up. So I don't want you to force to do this. You just go and say, okay, this is all my body can do. And then you bring it back, and then you bend again and you bring it in. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring it in. One more time. Now we're gonna undo the fingers, press the palms together and bring the palms to the back of your head. Press your head into your hands. And then we're gonna circle. What do you mean circling? We're going to use that left hand to press into the side of the head and kind of to open the left shoulder blade as we go forward, and then slowly to the other side. And then open up the chest, and then we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. Exhale, close. Experiencing. I'm giving you space for you to experience in your own body how it feels to move your joints. And we open. Now, I had my right hand up. Now let's keep the left hand up and the right hand underneath. And then we do it again. Bring the hands in. Take a deep breath. Out. Reach it up. See the difference experience. Now with my left hand on top, my arms can pass my head. It's just where you're the tightest. And then you bring it back, and then you bring it in. Take a deep breath out, release the shoulders. And then go it again. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the arms in. Very gentle. Very gentle. And then last time, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, unravel the hands, bring them to the back of your head, and just open up the chest. Release the right fingertips or right hand down towards the floor to your side. Hold your head with your opposite hand and just keep coming down as you're bending that right arm. With a momentum, you bring it back. Right hand holds the back of your head. Left hand finds the ground, and then you start to go down. And then we bring it back. interlacing your fingers behind you. Open up the chest, lower your knuckles down to the floor if you have space all the way behind you, and open up the heart. And then bring it back. Now fingertips are going to be more towards the sides. So not on the back, not on your, really on your side, but going back and more to the sides, not behind your head, behind your body. So just a little bit more to the sides. Press your finger pads on the floor, and then we're going to open the chest and then release. So your low back is long, but when you release, you just sink into your rib cage a little bit, okay? So we open and we release. Take a few more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Take one and exhale. All right, loves. Now we're going to come towards our knees. And you cannot see, but I have my blanket underneath my knees, so it's very comfortable. So I'm just having my knees there, and if you can sit in your heels, great. If you cannot, you can find the other side of your blanket and bring between your heels so it's not too far. And we're not going to stay here for long. So you're going to sit in your toes and trying to lift and lower your knees. Just put a little bit more pressure in your toes, okay? Just stretch your feet, stretch your ankles. If you want to leave your knee off the floor, you can try that. It's also stretching the low back. That might not be so good for a lot of people, so you don't have to take your knees off the floor. One more. All right, so keep using, and I don't think Maureen is here today. I'm looking forward to doing this on replay later today. Oh, hi, Cindy. So, okay, so now I'm still using the blanket, and I'm going to have my knees adjust a little bit apart, okay? So pressing your knees down and make sure you have padding. If there's any pain in your knees, you don't have to do that. So as you press your knees down, you lift your pubic bone, scooping up your tailbone, and just kind of notice in your body, how does this feel, okay? If you have knee issues, and if this is too hard, again, you can bring more stuff underneath your knees. Or if this is too much, you don't have to do the pose. So we're gonna slide the right hand down. We're gonna bring it back, slide the left hand down. Keep that chest open. Bring it back. Interlace your fingers behind you and send your pubic bone forward and send your arms back, like if you're trying to separate the chest from the hands, okay? So they're going to different places. And again, we exhale, slide. So what we're doing here, we need a lot of, and sometimes we don't know, of course, you don't have to know this, but what the body, it's always in constant place, is sitting. And we overuse our hip flexors, and we overuse our back muscles. We overstretch them. So stretching the sides, very important. It goes all the way down to the hips. Stretching the front of the legs and the chest, very important. And of course, everything that we're moving, we're also strengthening our muscles. So this is the best, strengthening the muscles to support anything. So we're getting older slowly and healthier without too much pain. Because believe me, there are some people in their 30s and there are some people in their 80s that have the same issues nowadays because of what we're doing, you know, with our bodies. So we keep going here, guys. We slide towards the right. We Come back. We slide towards the left. We come back. We interlace the fingers. We press the knees down wherever they are and send the arms back and sending the pubic bone forward. And then one more time. We slide towards the right. And you can notice that your sliding is getting deeper into your sides. And then we reach, open up the chest. Beautiful. All right. Now I'm going to my mats because we're going to do just a little flow here. Hands and knees, tucking your toes. Breathe in and out through your nose. Take a nice breath in, a nice breath out. And then we're going to reach and lift the butt back and up. Chest is moving towards the legs. Lower your knees back down. Let me put my shirt back in here, guys. Okay, again, we lift the knees. We send the butt back. We reach back. Inhale, bring that knees back. Find your way to standing. Do the same lifting of the pubic bone. Exhale, lower your hands. Lift your knees, sending the butt back, stretching here the ankles, the chest, the shoulders. And then we'll go one more time. Inhale, scoop the tailbone under. Yes, you're using your quads. And then we exhale, we lower the hands. We find a plank pose. We're going to plank today. As you engage all your muscles here, arms, core, legs. Take a nice breath in. Slide your right foot in for a pigeon. Fingertips on the mat. Keep your back toes tucked. Open up the chest. Maybe look up toward the sky. Now exhale, lower your palms all the way down. Lift your knee off the floor. Engaging here. You know the energy where it's going. And then we're going to pick up that right leg and reach back. Take another breath in and another breath out, sinking the heels, being very gentle with the body. And then we're going to do the same thing in the other leg. We're going to send it forward. We're going to lower, keep your back toes tucked. Lift the heels of your hands off the mat. Open up the chest here. Breathe in, breathe out. Look up if it feels good. Press the palms down, lift your knees, and sending it back. Waving the spine if you're ready for a plank. Release your knees on the ground and open up the chest. It's an upward dog variation. Now exhale, start to bend your elbows and lower to the ground. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your legs. And then this time we're going to pump 5 times the legs up. So it goes 1. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Tucking your toes, lifting your chest. Exhale, we reach back towards that downward dog. And we wave the spine again. We lower the knees. We open up the chest. We hold here a little bit. Keep that chest open. Exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale again. We're going to pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do one more. 6. Tuck your toes. Lift the chest. Reach it all the way back to that downward facing dog. We're going to lower the left knee on the center. And we're going to turn our hip up to the right hip facing up. Right arm going up towards the sky. Lift and lengthening. Now take your heel off the floor and keep your toes down so you're engaging your leg muscles. So what we're going to do now is slide it towards the back. And then that right arm lowers towards the chest. And what we're trying to create is a nice rainbow here with our body, our shape of a rainbow. And then we're going to bring it back. Lower the heel. Now use your core to come back up. Back no, because we're never up. And then right hand to the right leg, left hand holding the outside of your head. Maybe you let your head be heavy here for one breath or two. Breathe in and out. And then we lower again the hand. Reach that arm all the way. Slide your foot back. Lower the heel if you want to. And then keep opening that side. Oh, it feels so good. Now we're going to keep that leg how it is. Lower the hand and scoop that knee and the outside of that left leg. And then in your own time, in your own way, you're gonna find your way down towards your heel. You can always tuck your toes or not. Very good stretch for the glutes. Very good stretch for the hips. You all know this one, right? And I am here, up here, because I'm gonna tell you, I need to pee. Yeah, I already was teaching a class, and then I was doing another video, and then I've been here for a long time, and I was like, oh, I drink a lot of water, guys. So if I squeeze more, I need to go pee. So you can relax as much as you want. Let me see if I can here. Take a breath or two. All right, we're gonna go back. Now lift the same right leg off the floor and slide that foot all the way to the front of the mat. You're gonna find a lunge. Sinking the hips down, breathe in and out. Press the hands, come back up. As we try to straighten that leg, the right arm goes back. Flexing your right foot. And again, we're gonna bend that knee, we're gonna sink into the hips. And then we press the floor, we straighten the leg, and we reach that hand back. Let's take one more. We exhale, bend the knee, sink the hips. Yes, and then we reach the hands down, we slide back. We go up to a downward facing dog. We wave the spine, going towards that nice upward dog variation. And then we reach back. All right. Now we're going to do the sliding of the right leg forward. Left foot goes all the way down. So, as you see, I'm doing the other side. Left arm going up towards the sky. Now we're going to pick up that foot, just sliding back, and then trying to lower your heel. And open and lift that left side rib cage. Okay, we go back. We press and use our core to come all the way up. And then the left hand stays on the leg. The right hand goes all the way. We reach back and then we do one more time. Hand down, slide that foot, and then reach that arm. And we lower it down. Nice breath in and out. Now you lower your hand, and then you scoop that left leg on the outside of the right until you can meet the perfect pose, and then you go down if feels good in your body. If and only, okay? And then you explore, experience. Oh my gosh, I need to pay. This looks like it's holding more of the pee, but it's actually making me want to go more. We're going to take a few breaths here. Relax where you can. Unplug, uncrunch the muscles. And then we reach back. Palms down, undoing the legs. Now sitting in your heels if you can, lifting the knees, just how we did kind of in the beginning. But now try to go a little deeper. Ideally, what I would ask you to do if you had something to hold on, like in front of you, you know, so your butt doesn't fall on the ground. You're just going slowly like if your heel is getting closer to the floor. If you're holding something, you know, you can go lower so your heels, some people have no problem having their heels down on the floor here. This doesn't happen to me. So it's a little harder for my heels to go down because of my structure and my flexibility and all of this. So you can stay for just a little longer. Alright guys, now hands come back down. We're going to separate the knees. I'm going to separate a lot, and that's where you need another prop if you don't have a carpet or anything that is soft or cozy. So we're going to swing side to side. One side squeeze, squeeze into your waist, turning a little bit more, squeeze into the other side, and one more side here. That feels actually really good. Now forearms on the ground, and keep separating your legs when you can any further, and then you just hold here. Another place that I like to hold is to release completely my head. Closing my eyes and breathing. Now from here, we're going to try to go to a frog pose. We walk the forearms further forward so your feet can open, the inner feet can be down. Now this is a perfect place for you to use your prop. You know, maybe just one block is enough for you to lower your pubic bone down, and then to lower your chest and your head. And then again, taking those few breaths of release. Softening through your ankles all the way up to your hips. Now I did not forget the other side, guys. Don't worry, we're going to do the same thing as we did on the right leg, we're going to do on the left. We just keep on one thing. Because sometimes that's what I do. I flow with what my body's in need in the moment. And then the body says, oops, I know there's something missing. And then I go back there. So I let my body kind of remember. Helps me remember. Okay, I'm going to unravel from the pose. We're going to step the left foot forward for the lunge in the other leg. Okay, so we did the right. Now we're going to do the left. So we lower towards that lunge, sink the hips, breathe in. Now we're going to press, and the left arm goes back as we stray the front leg. We exhale, we sink into those hips. Breathe in and out. And then we go back. Press the foot, open up the chest. One more time. Exhale. And inhale. Alright, scooch that foot a little bit more for the shoulders. Our usual, my favorite, one of my favorite poses. So interlace your fingers behind you, send your butt back, bring your chin down, chin towards the chest, top of the head down. Well, I have a little ponytail, it's not going to feel very comfortable to me.
And then reach the arms up. Now, what helps me in this pose is actually letting kind of my shoulders loosen. Some people try to reach, and this is nothing wrong with that. It's just another kind of stretch. If you let your shoulders loosen, and if you can glue your fingers together, you can also stretch your wrists and more of just the release of the rest of the muscles in your back. All right, now having the hands, we're gonna go down into our bellies, okay? And we're going to do that hugging of the earth. It's one of my favorites. So we open the arms. Let's start with the left cheek on the floor, okay? We open the arms, and then we just notice how it is to hold, to give earth a hug. And you can close your eyes, and I love to imagine this, really imagining if you could hold the whole planet, you know, and giving the hug of all that was given to us for free. This whole universe, we just made everything difficult. Everything that we needed, it's all in here. Unfortunately, slowly being destroyed by humans. Alright, we're going to slide the hands, the right hand underneath the shoulder, kinda, and turn the body. It's up to you what you want to do with that upper leg. Just stretch that shoulder. So you breathe. And then we're going to do the other side. So we're not staying for long in the pose. We're going to do the right arm, and then we turn, and we breathe here. And slowly release again. And then again, straight the left, turning towards the other side. Maybe this time the leg goes higher. Make sure your head is heavy. And reach again. And then one more time to the right. Belly down, feet down, chin down. Interlace your fingers behind you, lift your heart, and bring the heels of your hands together. Breathe. Breathe. One more breath. Now for the next one, for our Dhanurasana, you can either use your belt if you have one. I know some of you have. Or you can do one leg at a time. Okay? So how to do this? You can lift your chest, get a hold of one foot, and come back down. Or if some of you can go get both at the same time, that's also fine. So we're gonna press the foot into the hand, soften through the space between your shoulder blades, so there's more space for you to open your shoulders. And then keep pressing and lifting your knees, see how it feels. Ooh, the front of your legs, the front of your legs. And then exhale, relax. Hands underneath the shoulders. Beautifully done. Now we're almost done already, guys. A good Saturday stretch, huh? So now you can use a blanket or a pillow or even another mat with a blanket. And then I'm folding like in forward, and I'm doing a little funnel here by rolling that blanket. And again, you can use whatever else you prefer, okay? So I have here, really into my sacrum, all the way down. Now the rest of the blanket, what I'm gonna do is to bring it in and to make a pillow. So my head is just a little rising, you know, and the space underneath my neck is also good. So it feels good to me here. And this, what we just created with a blanket, is called a pranayama bolster. And it's a bolster that is just skinnier, it's not too fat, so it's just for you to use to practice more breathing. Okay, now you're gonna bend your knees, you're gonna separate your feet just where it feels okay for your knees to be closer together, okay? And then the arms are gonna be towards the sides. Make sure your elbows are on the floor. Head is heavy. If you need to still do something with your head side to side before you release it. Now from here, you let your knees fall to one side, and this is okay if you are not anymore with your low back on your pillow, okay? That's totally fine. And then we go to the other side. And then we go to the right in your own time, and to the other side. Keep waving a little more, and one more time. Bring it back. Now, slide your feet closer together. It's not just a stretch for the knees, but as you're sliding, maybe your hands can get a hold of your ankles. And then we're just going to lift the hips off the floor. If you can't hold into your ankles, you can keep your arms like long and straight. Neck, head, everything here in your upper body is heavy. Then you're trying to lift and tuck in the tailbone. Opening, still focus in the hip flexors and the quads, because we tense them all the time, and we're just counterposing what we do every day, stretching those areas. And then we release. What I'm listening to my body is to cross my ankles and letting my knees out, okay? Maybe for you, it's what is just your habit to do. Maybe for you, you're actually listening to your body, so you're feeling like, okay, so my back feels like it needs this right now. So another great place for your back is to slide your feet forward a little more, not too close, and having the knees closer together, but not with a too open feet separation. So you can explore that. I have a lot of clients that prefer their legs straight. So you explore what is the best position for you to stay for a few moments. Your hands can be in your sides, can be in your belly, or your hands can be all the way to the sides and palms facing up. Let's just stay in a moment of quietude, completely listening. We're not analyzing, we're not judging, we are just listening. We are just feeling. We are just being.
It's always such a pleasure being with you, sharing, and you sharing your beautiful souls with me. Thank you so much. I wish I could help a little bit through the aches and pains in the body in this morning. Stay here for as long as you need, listening to what the body needs, physically, mentally, and please ask me any questions, anything that you need. If it's with my reach, I would love to help you. Thank you so much and hope to see you guys soon. Namaste.